You've probably heard this line before. Art is great, but you should get a real job. If you're an artist, you've definitely heard it. If you're not an artist, you've probably said it. And here's the crazy part. Almost every culture, every generation, every family uses some version of this sentence. Why? Why? In a world overflowing with music, design, film, books, animation, fashion, photography, and cultural expression, do we still tell artists to get a real job? It's about how society views creativity, how economies value human expression, and why most people secretly benefit from art while simultaneously dismissing the people who make it. One of the biggest reasons artists get hit with the real job line is because the average person can't see the labor behind creativity. If you see someone typing on a laptop, working at a restaurant, or fixing a car, you see the work happening in real time. But with art, you see the result, not the process. People see a finished painting, a 2-minute TikTok animation, a song on Spotify, a logo, a design, and they think, that looks fun, you enjoy it, that's not work. Psychology research backs this up. Studies from the University of Pennsylvania show that when an activity is fun or expressive, people tend to undervalue the effort behind it. It's called the passion discount. If you love something, society subconsciously believes you shouldn't be paid much for it. This is why nobody tells accountants, wow, you must really enjoy doing taxes, do it for free. But if an artist enjoys painting, suddenly passion is a reason not to pay them. Before the Industrial Revolution, many jobs were creative. Artisans, shoemakers, carpenters, blacksmiths, storytellers. But once factories took over, economies shifted toward efficiency, productivity, standardization, predictability, creativity. And because factory-style thinking shaped modern education and work culture, society created a hierarchy. Real jobs equals stable, predictable, measurable. Artistic jobs equals unpredictable, emotional, subjective. A study from the University of Warwick found that the public ranks artist careers as some of the most desirable but also the most impractical. So people don't think artists are useless. They just think artists are too risky. The problem is, the world we live in today is built on creativity, not predictability. But the stereotype hasn't caught up. Here's something most people don't know. According to UNESCO, the global creative economy is worth over $2.25 trillion. It employs more youth worldwide than any other sector. It grows faster than traditional manufacturing in most countries. But here's the twist. People see the product of artistry, movies, fashion, games, music, not the artist behind it. They see Netflix, not the screenwriter. They see Marvel, not the storyboard artist. They see Nike, not the graphic designer. They see Spotify, not the producer in a bedroom studio. Art is everywhere. Artists are invisible. So when someone says, get a real job, what they actually mean is bruh, I don't understand the economy well enough to see how artists get paid. Let's be honest. When your parents say get a real job, it's almost never about art. It's about fear. They grew up in a world with one formula. Go to school, get a stable job, retire. Art doesn't fit the script, and parents fear that if you break the script, you'll suffer. But here's the catch. According to Harvard Business Review, career stability today no longer comes from predictable jobs. It comes from adaptability, creativity, and unique skill sets. Exactly what artists excel at. So the advice is outdated. It's just recycled fear. We live in the most art-dependent era in history. We wake up to music, scroll through images, watch videos, wear fashion, play games, read stories, use designed products, work in visually designed spaces. Every second of your day is touched by an artist. But society doesn't link the art to the human being behind it. Why? Because the modern world treats art like air, necessary everywhere and unnoticed unless it's gone. This is why when artists stop, society suddenly panics. In 2020, when Broadway shut down, New York lost over $15 billion in economic activity. Suddenly people realized art is infrastructure. But artists only become visible during a crisis. So why are artists told to get a real job? Because society confuses visibility with value. Because people fear uncertainty. Because economies change faster than beliefs. Because parents want safety. Because creativity threatens the status quo. Because art looks like play, not labor. Because myths last longer than truth. Because artists embrace risk, and most people run from it. But here's the twist. Every single thing society calls a real job today was invented by a creative yesterday. Jobs begin with imagination. Industries begin with ideas. Culture begins with artists. So the next time someone says, get a real job, remember, you're already doing one. You're doing the job that builds the world everyone else lives in.